Hello, everyone. It's Jeannie. How are you? I hope you're well. For those of you who are new here and you are just stopping by, welcome. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back. We're going to do another blast to the past with this 1966 Montgomery Ward catalog. This thing has to weigh 20 pounds. Look at that. So we're going to do a blast to the past. Make sure you are still subscribed because of different updates and weird little purgy things that happen. People get unsubscribed, so do check. And if you haven't been subscribed, consider it. Thank you. Anyway, when I think about 1966, the fall and winter of 66, I was a kid and I would have been in school. And I remember going shopping. We didn't do a lot by catalogs. We just didn't. We would go shopping at the beginning of the school year for school clothes. And we got a pair of shoes, socks, new undies and t-shirts, and I would get my school dresses and maybe a few play clothes. And that was it until maybe spring. Now, as a kid, you're growing and your feet, you have got to go get new shoes because your feet are outgrowing the shoes. But we did not get to go shopping willy-nilly, not where I lived. So it was an exciting time for me, and we would go to either Montgomery Ward's or Sears or JCPenney's or a local store called Mervyn's, and I just loved it. And you could even do layaway. And I remember my mom did some things on layaway. She would start kind of in the late summer because we didn't start school until after Labor Day, not before. And so like mid-August, late July, she'd start putting a few things on layaway, go and make payments, and then pick up the full thing because it was my brother and I. So there are 2 kids to shop for. It was exciting times for me. I loved it. I loved the first week I loved school. But I loved that first week where the weather is starting to get crisper in the mornings and you're walking to school. We walked in your new clothes. I have fond memories of that. Recess, playing jacks, and hopscotch. I loved playing jacks and hopscotch, and foursquare with a ball, and tetherball. And I loved tetherball. So those were the things we played. So anyway, we're going to go through this. I have the inflation calculator so we could look at a few things. I can't go through every page. We would have like a 5-hour video. No. I'll just hit and miss, a few sections here and there. The inflation calculator, what is that? How does that work? Well, I looked it up. It determines how the purchasing power changes over time by comparing the cost of something then to now, and you use the consumer price index between those 2 dates, and there's a little calculation, and that consumer price index is given out by the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And so there's a little calculation they do, and it just compares the purchasing power of then versus now. And so that's what it's based on. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get the camera going, looking down, and we'll start going through this. Before we get going, I want to show you something from the 60s. Anybody recognize the little girl right there? That's me in school. I don't know why the San Jose Mercury News came to my school and into my classroom, but that was me. I actually have another photograph too, but I put away half of this and not the other half, so I have no idea. Okay, let's go ahead and get started and see what we see. So here we are overhead looking at the 1966 Fall and Winter Montgomery Ward catalog. You know, look at this. Look how thick this is. So what I'm going to do is kind of go through in sections. Okay? That'll make it go a little faster. This is too big to go page by page. So we're going to start off with fashion. Fashion. I love this tweed suit. You know, when it comes to this old stuff, there's a lot I would wear, and there's a lot I wouldn't wear. Like this. This is just way too much. These are, it says, okay, Jacques Heim designs for the young pace setters, real furs and fur-like pretenders. So I think this is rabbit, yeah. Nope. But I don't think I'd wear this either. I'd look like a Bigfoot. So, no. So I have my inflation calculator, and we're going to do, what is it, 1966, whoops, 69, 66. Okay, so let's look at this and calculate. This rabbit coat is $99 in 1966. And that would be, I've got my inflation calculator, that would be $1,009. $1,000 for that. And this fur pretender would be about half that, since it's 50. So about $500 to look like a big woolly Bigfoot. No, thank you. Sure you can see that. Okay, so let's flip through the fashion. Okay, there's nothing like a good pea coat or pea jacket. Zane has one. I have one too. We've actually got them a little longer as well. I love these looks. I just love that. Okay, now look at this. It's vinyl covered cotton. Look at this. Look at this. It's vinyl coated cotton broadcloth. Boy, that would be like a sauna here in Texas. I mean, maybe in the winter. But can you imagine what it would sound like? Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. I mean, that could be cool. And you can wipe it off. You never have to wash it. Right? Just wipe clean with a damp cloth. Wow. It's like wearing a tablecloth. Okay, so let's go through some. How much is it? It's about, okay, the vinyl shirt is about $14. So, oh, okay, so just this jacket is $14. That's okay. What would I wear to wear a tablecloth? What would it cost me? $143. No, thank you. Okay, let's go through. Oh, I like this. I like the skirt and this deep purple collection. Oh, that's really cute. And jackets. Very classic designs. Sweater sets and sweater designs. Sweater dresses. I have a sweater like this in blue. I don't understand this corduroy look. It says the Mexican look. Why? Why is corduroy? That's kind of weird. I like the blouse. It's kind of cool. Very retro here. Gray and yellow. Okay, let's go through. Oh, you know, I like this kind of corduroy skirt and sweater. That's nice. Plaid skirt. I know in the 60s, every girl owned a plaid skirt or a plaid dress. Okay, let's go on a little bit. Yeah, see, like this plaid dress. I like that style, actually. It's pretty flattering, you know? Okay, some of these. Let me go back. How much is this dress? $9, so that's about, what did I say? Let's see. $9, let's just call it $9. That's about $91. So, in today's money. And so, look at these pajamas, lingerie. I could not sleep in this because I'd get all wound up. You know, I need my sleep outfit. I turn around too much. Yeah, it would just get all twisted around my legs. Oh, I love these. That is so classically 60s. Ponchos. I had a poncho. Those were really big in the 60s and a little in the 70s as well. Okay, here we are, suede and fur links. Oh no. Oh, I like this. I like this dress. These are like jacket outfits, you know. You could actually not even need to take this off. How much? It's $100 then. Oh my goodness. So I think this is, calculate, about $1,000. So basically, I think we're safe in saying just 10 times, you know, the price, give or take. All right. Jackets. Oh, how classic is that? The thing with me and a hat is if I had to wear hats nowadays, you take it off and you've got hat head, you know? And especially with these styles, you couldn't just wear a hat. Oh, wow. Okay. I wouldn't own it, but it's a mink wrap stole. $399, so $400. Am I right? That's going to be about $4,000. So $399. Calculate. Yeah, $4,066. Wow. And then you've got these big ones, HIJ. So that's okay. That's the most. Oh, here's one, $700. Which one is $700? This one. This one is $900, so that's about $9,000. I wouldn't want that sent mail order. I'd want to go pick that up if I were ordering something that expensive. Okay, I'm gonna kind of go through a little more quickly. These are just different kinds of jackets, raincoats. Wow, lots of variety with these coats. Okay, the scrubbed denim look and different pants, separates. That's cute. I like that. That's cute. And wool. Lots of gold colored wool. This was a color of one of our kitchens. The appliances, the fridge and the oven stove. Okay, little pantsuits, little knits. Doesn't this look like something Captain Kirk would wear in Star Trek? $5.88 for the top. And the bottoms are $5.88. Okay. Gonna go skirts, pleated skirts in wool. Wool is so durable. I remember even in the 70s I wore skirts like this. Not often, not every day, but sometimes. Okay. Oh, that's a pretty sweater. Do you see the detail on that? That's really pretty. Sweaters. Oh, I like these. They have a little strap that goes underneath your foot. That was kind of popular again in the 80s. Late 80s, maybe, early 90s. Because I remember my girls used to have that. I like that idea. Okay, very classic 60s sweaters. Oh my goodness, that looks like a rug. That looks like a bathroom rug or a family room rug. Okay, the basic white blouse with different frills. Okay, we're saving on color here. We're going to sepia tones. And these are just kind of basic cotton shirts. Okay, back to color. Oh wow, look at this. Little coordinated sets there. I like these pants, are cute. Only $2.87. They're made out of a stretchy pants. What's it made out of? It doesn't say. Just a weave. Okay. Oh my goodness. Well, that's cute. I like this empire waist on a dress. Okay, some different dresses, like maybe for work. Very cute. Oh, look at this. Look at this wedding dress. And other kind of, maybe bridesmaid dresses, prom dresses maybe. Oh, that's cute. I would wear this today. These are so cute. That is really sharp. Okay, more elegant dresses. Cocktail parties, maybe? I'm not sure. Oh, I like this too. I really like that. Oh, golly. I would. Oh, look at this. That's so cute. Okay, I gotta start speeding up here. This will be a long video to knock you out. Okay, so we're at dresses. Okay, we'll take maternity. How cute. Little maternity pants and blouses and dresses that look like muumuus. Because that was kind of the answer. You know, you kind of tried to hide it back then. It wasn't as pronounced like today with knits that were tight. Okay. Ooh, wow. Look at that. Formal evening gown. I'm getting ink on my hands. The ink is coming off. I just adore these dresses. They are so cute. I wish they would come back. I suppose they're somewhere. I just love this. I love this look. The style, it's so flattering. Look at the variety they had. Wow. Okay. Wigs and wiglets. And gloves, beautiful gloves. And purses. More sweaters. Okay, and watches. $12, $15, $20. So these are nice watches, so, you know. Okay, shoes. Ooh, yeah. Cute shoes. Very classic. I'm gonna go a little faster. If you want to see something, you're gonna have to stop the video and look at it. Now some of these slippers are very timeless. You see some of these even today. Oh, these boots. Oh my goodness. Go-go boots. Go-go boots. Most of these shoes are anywhere from $4.50, $4. Here's one, $3.77 to $5, right in there. Nice loafers. Nice. This is the kind of shoe I had for school. And we had a bottle of polish that we would rub on every week or so to get the scuff marks off and make them look new. Okay. Alright, pantyhose. I'll bet we'll be getting into the girls shortly too. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Lingerie. Ruffles, ruffles, ruffles. Okay, sure. Oh my goodness. I could not wear flannel. Maybe if I was in Montana in the winter and there is no heat. I used to have a robe like that growing up. Kind of a big chenille robe. I like silk pajamas. Or if I don't wear silk pajamas, I wear a t-shirt and boxers. Okay. Oh, here we go. So here's the panties. So I'll bet long johns. They don't have, you know, small. They're all big panties. Bet the girdles are coming. Yeah. Slips. Yeah, very important to wear a slip underneath a dress. These hairstyles. Boy, look at that hairstyle. That would be so easy to mess up if you go out in the wind, if a jacket, you know, putting something on hits it. Okay, here we go. these bras. Bullet bra. They didn't do minimizer bras, it doesn't seem. Everything is to, here we go. Girdles. Can you imagine how hot these would be? Some of them look like they might be a little breathable. I remember you could hear certain women when they walked, if they're wearing some of these, and their thighs would, you know, swish, 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 swish. Boy, these things are heavy duty. These are probably bulletproof. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine wearing this in the hot, humid Texas summer? They're made out of lycra spandex, decor, polyester. Wow. Maximum control. Maximum control. Holy moly. Look at this. You can lace it up for maximum abdominal support. Lower back support. Oh, that would just be so, look at this. That would be so uncomfortable. You can shrink up to 3%, it says, whatever that means. Maximum shrink, 3%. It wears me out just looking at it. Okay, different hair products, beauty products. I remember these. We had something like this at home. And you put the bonnet on, and then you connect it to the little portable dryer. And then it blow dries your hair up in rollers. I always thought these were funny to look at, the hip shaker. So that's $1,200 to shake your, your wiggly hips. Okay, steam. Look at these little steam rooms, portable steam rooms. Okay, so we've got luggage. I'm going to go through kind of quickly here. We've got luggage. This is exactly the kind of set we had. It had this little, travel case, a big one and a medium one. But I'll tell you something, my parents didn't get it new, they got it used. Because this stuff is expensive. Yeah. Okay, let's kind of go ahead. And we're looking at fabric. So for your own, if you sew, you can get fabric. That's not cheap. $287 a yard. That's, and $377 a yard. I mean, that's like $40 a yard. Now it is 100% virgin wool, but wow. Lots of fabric. Here's a better choice. 87 cents a yard. That's more like $8 or $9 a yard. 63 cents a yard. 48 cents a yard. 37 cents. Okay, let's jump ahead. Here's my jackets. Younger girls, like teen, preteen. I had a dress just like that. Oh my goodness. Yep, we shopped at Montgomery Ward's, Sears, Mervyn's, and Penny's. Jackets, coats. I used to look at catalogs and just wish I had the whole wardrobe that you saw. I'll tell you something. When I was 14, I got a job. Well, I babysat at 12. I was babysitting at 12 and 13 and 14 years old. But I got my first job at 14 and on weekends. And what I bought with my money was extra clothes and things that I wanted. And it kind of helped my parents. These are so cute. This is exactly what I dressed like. So cute. Okay. Stockings, tights, socks, jackets. Okay. And boys. You know, these catalogs just have everything. So we've had women, and I'm sure the men are coming up, teen girls, little girls, boys, and we should probably start getting into bigger boys and teen boys and then men, but I think we get to babies, toddlers, and then babies first. Yeah, oh, how cute. Okay, so baby stuff, baby, the bottles, sanitizers, cribs. Okay, how much is a crib? Let's see, $70, so that's about $700. Wow. And again, that's why a lot of stuff is hand-me-down, because buying new is expensive, you know, back then, even though it doesn't seem like it. Okay, baby shoes, kid shoes. Here we go, boys. Getting into teen boys. And then we'll go to bigger boys and then men. Oh my goodness, look at this jacket. That coat. That looks like a Yeti. Okay, pajamas, pants. I'm gonna go faster. I'm sorry, guys' clothes just isn't that exciting. Men's coats. A lot of coats. They really, you know, they really show a lot of coats for all ages. Men, women, little kids, big kids. Okay, men's gloves. Work clothes. Like I don't know what that, you know, like if he worked at a gas station or who knows. That's kind of a uniform. Okay, let's move on. Men's long underwear, thermals, underwear, and shoes, boots, lots of work boots. Oh, look at vitamins. Therapeutic multivitamins. Here's a geriatric formula. Wow. Incontinence and hernia stuff. They've got everything. Single hernia, double hernia, hair cutting stuff. Well, look at this for the person who may need a wheelchair or crutches or a walker. They have everything. You know, what do you call these little commodes? You know, bedside commodes. Urinals, they've got it all. Hospital beds. Okay. School bags. How cute. They didn't do backpacks. Okay, so we've got art supplies and holy moly, look at that, telescopes. Okay, office supplies, typewriters. Ooh, an electric typewriter. Is that electric? No, that's not even electric. No, not electric. This is what I learned to type on, by the way. I had a typing class, and we learned, although I remember our class had a couple of big electric, they were called, typewriters, and you had to trade off so that everybody got to use the electric one as well. Okay, film. So you buy your film, you put it in here to send off to get developed, and you order more, and it gets sent to you. Isn't that cool? How much is film? Oh, this is the developing. Okay. So a 35 millimeter is, let's see, they compare Kodak, $5.07. That's a lot. $5.79 for a color prints for 20 exposure. That's like $50. Whew. Oh, you guys, if you were born in the 90s or past that, you didn't have to get your film developed, you know, and you took your photo and hoped it came out. Look at all the photography stuff. 8 millimeter, sports, oh, roller skates. I had a pair like this. I didn't have the toe stopper here. I guess my parents didn't care if I could stop or not. I did try ice skating, but I rented, you know, the ice skates. I did not like it. I didn't like it. I fell once and it hurt. And I guess it's just a matter of getting used to it. Okay, oh, look at this. Oh, look at this outside swing set. You know, every single friend I had that had one of these, we would get them swinging, and you could lift up the whole half side of it, and we thought we could tilt the thing over, because they were never anchored, you know, in cement or anything. And this invariably had something sharp that could like rip open part of your leg when it caught, or get 500 degrees in the sun. Yeah, sharp edges. They were just part of this. There's sharp edges in here, I promise you. Okay, guns. I'm just going to order me a mail order gun, a bow and arrow. Look at all these guns. Okay, we're going to not get flagged by... Wow. Okay. Insulated suits. Wow. That is if you really, you know, needed to be warm, like maybe in the snow. Yeah, look at this. I know my husband grew up in Montana, and he said there were days, winters, that got down to negative 65. Okay, car stuff, and you had to look up what kind of car you had, and, you know, whatever it is you needed, it was here. My father-in-law ordered a replacement engine. I think it was for a Volkswagen. Okay, car parts. Not exciting. Oh, look at this scooter. Oh, that's so cute. Mopeds. Okay, long. Oh, look at this. I still have all this, so I'm gonna jump up. Do we care about galvanized steel piping? I don't think so. Okay. All right, we're into musical instruments, radios. Okay, oh, look at this. Look at this kind of a green sculpted carpet, blue shag. Oh yeah, gold shag. Oh, look at this. That's like stepping right back into the 60s for sure. Okay. Yep. Looking very modern for that time. Look at these. Oh my goodness. I'll bet these were comfortable chairs. Yeah, I'll bet they were comfortable. Okay. Furniture, bedroom furniture. 4-piece set, $135. So $1,350. We had a sofa like this. Okay, kitchen chairs and tables. Okay, I'm gonna household furniture. Look at that. Look at these colors. Okay. Ooh, electric clocks. Yeah. Card tables. Look at the decor. Okay, so this is a fake philodendron, and it's $19.95. That's like almost $200 for that fake plant. Look at the lighting. This hanging with the chain, you know, that drop-down lighting. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally remember these. You know, we had this. Oh my goodness, I remember that. Oh, you could angle these little light, individual lights. Okay, mattresses and beds, sheets, different sheets and bedspreads. For kids, I loved this. I loved frilly looking bedroom. You know, I think in the course of my bedroom growing up, I probably changed out my bedding look, my, sham and bedspread maybe 3 or 4 times that I can think of. Things back then were just a little more, not permanent, but things lasted longer. You kept things a lot longer. Look at these draperies. Oh, wow. Oh, my, my. Oh, my, my. Our drapes in our living room were like this, just very simple. And then in the kitchen we had something like this. Very, very common. Okay. Oh, and on our back door we had these panels, and they're attached and ruffled at the top and the bottom. I used to wake up in the middle of the night. This brings back a weird memory. And our back door that went out to our back patio had this. Can you see that? And I used to sit by the heater in our hallway, and I would just wake up, 2 or 3 in the morning, and I could, out from the hallway, sitting there on the floor next to the heater, the wall heater, I could see out our back door. And one night, in the middle of the night, I saw a shadow, somebody walking by in our backyard. And I didn't do a thing about it. I just remember being in observing mode. I just observed it. I didn't have emotion about it or fear or I should get my parents. I just watched this shadow, and I think it was a man's shadow, go by our back door. That's so weird. What a memory. Okay, shades. All right. Okay. Oh, look at this. This is all covers, you know, for your sofas. A way to make them last longer is to cover them. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. We had something like this. These colors are so classically 70s. Okay, rugs and oh my, look at all this sculptured type rug. These colors, clearly the 70s, 60s. Very textured, very nylon-y. And the shag. Oh yeah, shag. Okay. Oh, look at these. Bathroom carpet. We had this, oh my gosh, that's what we had in our kitchen until we swapped it out in the 70s. This is what we had in the 60s. I don't know if you can see that. Wow. And then we swapped it out to some gold pattern, like a square pattern. Oh, so all your dishes, glassware, melamine, and tablecloths. You could even buy silver plate, flatware, coffee pots, the percolator. That's what my parents used to drink their coffee out of. Blenders and mixers, all kinds of kitchen appliances. And cookware. So a 10-piece set is $36.95. Teflon. Oh no. Teflon is not something I would recommend. Cast iron, stainless steel, all clad, but Teflon is bad for you. Look at this, Corningware. Now this stuff, if you get this now, this stuff is expensive. If you're in a thrift store or charity shop, you see this, it's collectible. Okay, all right. Alrighty, irons. They just have everything you can need. Everything you can possibly need. Dryers, you know, drying lines, hanging up your wet laundry, and some cabinetry. Oh my goodness, look at that. Whew. Oh my goodness. Bathrooms, oh my gosh, look at these bathroom styles, the bathroom fashion. Our bathroom looked nothing like that. Nothing. Oh, but look, these are the towels I love. I love, love, love these towels. They're thin and thirsty, cotton terry, you know, that velvety velour stuff just, I'm not a huge fan of. I like these thin cotton towels. Look at all the carpet and, you know, the toilet bowl, toilet seat covers. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay, we're going to end on that. A TV. Big console, 25-inch. How much is that? $600. So that's $6,000 for that TV. $6,000. That's why we got used things. Well, what do you think? I love how catalogs of this time were one-stop shops. You could buy everything for a house, your car, your bedside, I mean, everything. It's not just clothing and housewares, it's everything. I remember the Sears catalog. You could even buy a kit house, a craftsman type house. And I think I recall my husband saying that his dad ordered a new Volkswagen engine from the Sears catalog. I think it was Volkswagen. I'll have to ask and check, but something like that. I love the styles. I mean, boy, the 60s. Wow. I'm glad we still don't wear girdles like that, though. I know they have body shapewear, but not like that. So let me know, what did you like? What were your favorites? And do you have, are you old enough to have any memories of this time? Okay, I'm going to sign off for now. It's been wonderful being here with you, going back to the past. Boy, 1966. 60 years ago. Wow, seems just like yesterday. Okay, my friends, be well. I wish you every good thing for your days and your nights. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your kindness. And I will see you very soon in the next video. Goodbye for now.